Hello and welcome everyone to this week's session of GenMeta, a Masks a New Generation actual play series. Um Welcome. We've been off for a week and I'll be honest, we're a little worn out from this past week. Uh so we're gonna try and hopefully get the energy up while we're playing, but because this is a very intense time in the story, but we're a little. I think a lot of us are a little low energy right now, um, but and the show will go on. And thank you for joining us. We really appreciate that. Before we get into it, once again, we still have. I believe that GoFundMe for our friend Blackwell is still up, as far as I'm aware. If you can please go donate if you can. Every little bit helps, and we would very much appreciate helping a friend in need. Uh, but now let's do some introductions while we'll get back into this week's episode. Uh, I'll just start with Zoup.
Hi, I'm Zoup or Supriya. You can see what. Wait, I don't think we're talking about that right now. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Gravitas, who is the Nova, and her pronouns are also she, her.
Cool. To go with Arkai.
Arkai back again to see y'all again and having a good time. I will be playing as Leviathan through the Transformed playbook.
Cool. Dice.
Hello, Dice Goblin Black Cat. I will be playing Pyrrha and using the Doomed playbook.
Fantastic. Our statuesque and demure friend, the Resident Cryptid.
Hello there. I'm Cryptid. Trying to keep a bit going that only I care about. I am. My pronouns are the heist of hymns. I am playing Daniel Price, aka the Hound, using the Reformed playbook.
All right. I am Rev. I am your game master, your editor in chief, the one above all. My pronouns are they, them, and yeah, I'm a little tired. But does anyone want to recap what happened in our last session?
I can remember bits and pieces like Hound becoming a bullet sponge and
Yes.
and Gravitas as her civilian self going up to a cop and being like, "Hey man, fuck you guys." And the rest of us bailing and then going back to my dad's house and me going, can you just trust me on this and grab a bucket?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So after a fight, so the last issue, uh, Pyrrha had a talk with an older hero who ran into them physically, and sensing some mental distress, decided to have a chat and give them a pep talk and try and encourage them to keep on their path. That path leading them into the fight with a psychotic clown already in progress. the team fought off Ripper the Clown, and as they were getting ready to apprehend him, the anti-metahuman task force showed up and ordered them to stand down and surrender. Gravitas, in her civilian attire, were tried to verbally assail the police uh, and shame them, which actually did work in swaying the public opinion of our team of heroes. But an unseen assailant shot the head of the task force, Lieutenant John Ambrose, through the neck, and Pyrrha was able to help try and stabilize him until the medical arrived. But it was a little hard because the rest of the task force panicked and tried to assail the rest of the team with just a shower of bullets, many of which got Hound, most of which did not get Leviathan, none of which got Pyrrha or Gravitas.
Because that didn't look like me.
Uh,
No, it's
The-
fine. All the bleeding's internal. That's where the blood's supposed
What's
to be.
supposed to be? Yeah,
No,
I knew
no.
that was coming.
There are holes in you, sir. Holes.
Still internal.
yes,
Yeah.
there are 7 holes.
7. Shit, dude.
I mean, naturally, there's 7 holes, so
Yeah.
You know what? Let's move
Any
on
hole.
from this.
Yes. Ant-Man joke. But yes, they did make it to the Alexia's household, and the team are now desperately trying to save Hound's life. Pyrrha, could you describe what you are trying to do?
It might be entirely different from last week or 2 weeks ago, but yes. I'm pretty
That's
sure
fine.
that we poured
What
some
is continuity
wine.
in comics?
We poured some wine. We lit a candle. I got a book of poetry, sonnets, if memory serves.
Mm-hmm.
She was just starting to read one of the sonnets in
Okay.
a prayer to Apollo to summon him.
Okay.
I don't remember if I did anything else, but I remember that I had built the altar and gotten
So-
some buckets of water.
So we had said that we were going to hold off on any rolls until today.
Yeah.
So we are going to roll in a custom move where you are asking for an otherworldly entity for advice or aid. I am going to have you roll plus freak.
Good, that's good. I
Nice.
have points in that. Okay. Here goes nothing.
Just remember, if you fail, your
everything.
friend dies.
Enjoy the burden of that.
To be fair, if I fail, the guy I stabbed and got really mad at and then slowly started to forgive dies.
The guy you brought home to your dad. Yeah, that guy.
To be fair,
Not like as in a date.
I don't think he really knows or cares.
we feel real good about roll 1. We do. First roll of the game, first roll of the session, first roll these dice have seen in 2 weeks, and we got a 6 and a 4 plus 2 is 12.
Fantastic. That means that you successfully summoned the correct otherworldly being,
Hey,
Oh, this is
and
gonna run way poorly then. Oh,
and
damn.
and B, they are in a good mood.
Almighty Apollo! Terpsichore shows up. God damn it!
Dionysus. No.
Uh,
Unheard of.
I did pour wine, so that's still.
I'm
uh,
saying. It makes sense.
and as as you finish reading the sonnet, and you feel the room, you feel and see the room fill with light, and you all see the room filled with light. And while you're all like holding your, uh, holding your hands over your eyes to cover yourself, um, the readers will see that there is one shadow in the room. Those reading the comics, there is a shadow of a person holding a staff standing over her, Hound. The silhouette of Thanatos looming over, looming over Hound.
Back off.
But the light dies. It doesn't so much die down as it does condense into the body of a rather gorgeous man standing or sitting on the counter of the Alexios household in a very nicely tailored suit, very bright warm colors, with oh, accents of gold, all that, has very bronze and tan skin, and in bright golden blonde hair, holding the glass of wine that you had poured and taking a drink. He goes, not bad. And your father has taste.
Well, he did marry my mom, so I got to give him something.
As Dad's over in the corner of the room going, the heck does that mean?
He goes, so, I don't get many, you prayers these days. It's very often I'm overlooked. Modern religions. So, as he hops off the counter and walks up to you, this very tall man just kind of leans over her, and so he can meet your eye level. What can I do for you, young oracle?
Glad I don't need to do too much explaining as to who I am. That's fun. Hi.
He looks at you with, there's just like a panel of him looking at you like, bitch, seriously?
This woman plays
Listen, I know there's some family history. But and she just kind of points at Hound, bleeding profusely on the table, and goes, normally, I'd take him to that really nice place that I'm guessing you helped set up a long time ago, maybe. Um, there were some pools. We call them the Caduceus pools because the symbol, your symbol, great symbol. And they're empty. And
What did you do?
use them.
And
Did I taint them somehow? I mean, I brought other people. Is that the problem?
did you do anything with the waters?
Oh, the sample.
What?
Yeah, we wanted to see if they were able to be taken outside the portal to see if they still worked. Cuz like I don't want it to become, like something everybody wants to go do. It's kind of not in the safest of places.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
I know, but it's not like I can like make it safer.
Yeah, and then suddenly the thought goes, "Can I?"
I mean, you probably can.
I'm not sure who I would summon to figure that part out. But okay.
Well,
I'm a kid. I don't know these things. I don't know these things. Nobody taught me. My mom died before I could learn most of this stuff. And it's not like there's a handbook. And I'm sorry, he's bleeding. I'm panicking.
Who's the guy in the black robes?
I like to think that he can only see Thanatos. Only he can.
and Apollo looks over and goes,
Does he have giant crow wings?
Apollo looks over and goes, "Oh, why are you always so looming?" Hey, and
Thanatos does that.
Than- Thanatos actually just makes himself visible and goes, "Well, I am kind of a ever looming presence."
It's only because you're tall. I swear.
Stop being short.
Let me get right on that.
I think I've
You are
seen this guy before.
Thanatos gives like a small smirk, and Apollo goes, "Okay."
just to be sassy, like Cass just grows and stretches her body to be taller than Thanatos. And she goes, "Better?" I was and,
Gross.
and just goes back to her normal self.
And Apollo goes, "Okay, so do you want me to heal him, or do you want my help restoring the waters of the pools?"
What waters of the pools would be great so that we don't have to bother you with bullshit again.
Okay.
I still somehow don't know why feel bad about something related to you. Um maybe it's just the fact that I'm a millennial and just have an incessant need to apologize.
So, you don't need to, well, you did screw up by taking the waters out of the pools.
Didn't know that, but okay.
Now, the only way to refill those pools is you can't take water. You can't take those waters into the realm of chaos. And you just can't. So,
Okay.
what needs to be done is to reverse what shouldn't have been fucking done in the first place with that goddamn sanctuary that I gave you, her family.
Are you telling me we're able to move it out of the realm of chaos and I don't have to be as scared to go there?
Yes.
Oh, that's better. I like this one.
Yeah. All you have to do is find a secure a place for it here on this realm to put it.
Define secure.
One of
Secure
your
from what?
as you are in the scene, Leviathan,
Mhm.
do you want to say that?
Yes.
Secure in one place, unmoving. Hang on.
Secure as in won't move again. Got
One
it.
of
Okay.
I believe it
needs
was
a new
it was your grandmother or great grandmother, I forget which one, and wanted to help out with some great war. Her Ares couldn't stop talking about it, but I just drowned it out. I didn't care. Or some war last century.
Right.
Which one?
There were a few.
And
Yeah.
and decided
There's two.
that she wanted to take this gift that I had given your family and make it move around. So, against my will, she hired some hack magician to put it someplace else and just give her an incantation to go to that place. Oh, well, the way magic sometimes work is unpredictable, and if you want an entire magical sanctuary to be able to move across the world and have you go to it whenever you want, guess where it ended up?
That is fair. That is fair. I'm wondering if I'm still going to be able to access it from anywhere because I'm trying to think of a secure location and only one is coming to mind, and that would be inconvenient as hell.
Well, I can certainly try and get you a renewed source of water. But
Okay.
you need to do the heavy lifting, find a place to put your sanctuary, and keep it there.
I have two thoughts. Leviathan?
Mm.
Is Gravitas is there too?
No.
Oh, they went back to their therapy session. Their physical
Oh, that's
therapy.
right.
Hey Leviathan, you think your dad's got room at a lab for something like this?
Room? Yes. Would you trust a man of science to not go poking around something that's based around gods?
Uh, my only rule would be don't break it.
Then what
But
counts as breaking it? You didn't know it was breaking it to take the water out.
okay, when you say don't take the water out, did you mean like out of the realm it was in, or did you mean like out of the pool?
Gotta get to
You
the
left.
specifics.
Like, what's
You
the risk?
left. Apollo is just like, oh, I hate teenagers.
I want to know exactly where the rules are so we don't break them again.
Exactly.
We're trying to behave.
The waters went too far. One, went too far from the sanctuary. And two, well, when the water is all tied together. So you take it too far from the sanctuary and through the realm of chaos, it just sucked it all out.
Got it. Okay.
Good to know.
So if it was, say, 60 feet from the pools, I'm just trying to play by the rules here.
Why do you want to stress test this gift I have given your family when I can just not re-give it to you?
It's more of a figuring out if the location is secure enough.
Well,
And
that
also-
sounds like a you problem.
Hound is going to talk to the man looming over him and say, "Is he always this whiny?"
Oh no, this is a good day.
For you?
Okay, but like I just don't want to screw it up again, so I'm trying to find out what my parameters are. Because if it's one of those nobody's allowed to fucking touch it, then I need to come up with a different plan.
Think of this. It is your sanctuary. It is your temple. Who do you want to have access to it?
16, I don't even own a car. I don't own a car. I don't have a
You barely have a cell phone.
Shut up.
So, Cassandra,
Yes.
instead of thinking what are the limits to the sanctuary, think about how easily you want other people to access your gift.
Can you Hey Leviathan, can you call your dad?
Oh my god.
I don't know how to say this any other way, but I kind of trust your dad more than I trust the only other person who might have a secure facility that we know.
Ouch. That's my dad you're talking about. I don't know.
I trust your dad more than the only other person we know with a secure facility. That I don't know how that's an ouch.
No, you're fine. It's an internal thing. You're fine.
Eh.
Let's see.
You know what else is internal? Most of my wounds.
I promise you, most of your wounds are not internal. We can see them. They're oozing.
Fair. I mean, I can.
Well, at least someone can see them.
Yeah. Well, you're not.
I know we can all see them.
Not all of us.
He's going blind. Someone fix his face.
I'm working on it. I am trying. I am. Call your dad.
Yes, I got it. And I'll step to this one corner for a minute and see if I can get him up on the phone, just to see if I can get a contact through.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. You call him up. And he answers, and he's like, "Yes, Reese. Hello.
I hate to bother you during the workday, but we might have a small situation where we might need a place to set up some sort of small facility.
He's been to Sanctuary. He's been
Mhm.
there.
You wish to set up a facility?
Do you remember the sanctuary that
Yes.
well, you acquired waters from before? We need to set up a place to establish that as an anchor point, and honestly, the lab is probably the best place for it that we know of.
9.
Sure.
Care to
This-
elaborate on that?
This is not a very secure. Is this a college laboratory?
What
This-
about the place he used to work? Like, what about there? Or the place he...
You know what? I'm putting it
I
on
can-
speakerphone. Just click.
I can
Putting it out
think I can think of a few places where it could move to that are more abandoned, but here, no. 9. This is not a. It's not. It does not have a lot of space, from what I've seen, for you to place that entire building. But I think I know of a place. It is an observatory. It was an observatory. It was defunded many years ago,
I can work
and
with that.
it is no longer functioning.
Okay. That should be good. Is it secured or is it securable?
I do not know who owns the land, but as far as I know, it has not been in use for some
Well,
time.
What's it called? The certain kind of observatory?
Uh,
Or like where is it?
you know what? One.
In fact, I do not know.
It is. It's the Fleischer Observatory.
Fleischer. Okay. I just
You're
need
never gonna get
some
to pronounce that.
kind of term to be able to make my second call.
Fly.
Thank you
Sure.
for Fleischer.
Oh, I heard you.
Okay. So thanks so much, Professor. Goes to like the other side of the room so that Leviathan can finish his call. Gets on her wristwatch and punches in 2319. She's calling Aja.
Oh. On her communicator.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I'm gonna have you roll plus mundane as you are looking for a hero for advice or aid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get the wrong hero. Get the wrong hero.
I'm a very lucky person with 2 5s and a 0 in mundane. So
that is a 10. You just answer and go on the communicator. It's like, man, it has been a couple days. It's safe.
I thought it's been like a week or so. I thought that it's been like a week or something. Anyways, regardless,
Wait, what day is it?
I don't know, but that's not important. Aja,
Have I slept?
I have a proposition for you. where you and only you, I'm gonna be real, I don't trust a whole lot about your organization, but at this point I trust you. And I have
Fair.
how quickly could you potentially have what are they called? Targe. How quickly could Targe potentially acquire an abandoned observatory and assist in facilitate in making it a secured location for a very unique, very special and unknown to most science thing. It's a safe thing. It's a
give
safe
a
thing.
land in our name.
But
So you're looking to turn an old observatory on the edge of town into a magic sanctum / headquarters for your team?
not exactly, but not out of the realms of possibility. It's mostly because I need to put this thing that is attached to me and needs to be relocated out of the realm of chaos onto the material plane so that it can work again. And
Are we Megamind? Is that what's happening right now?
So it kind of sounds like we're still saying the same thing.
kind of, yeah. And I would be perfectly fine with you and only you studying the bullshit that is in this thing because I trust you. Maybe later other people can come in, but for now, just, I'm kind of talking to Apollo, and he's telling me I need to put it somewhere, and this is like the last kind of secure location, as opposed to putting it somewhere that isn't secure, and we can just fucking hope nobody finds it, kind of thing.
How many people are going to introduce the gods to as a permanent fixture in their lives?
Hopefully the world, and then they'll get more prayers.
Uh,
I have many concerns.
okay. What observatory are you looking into?
Fleischer.
Fleischer Observatory. Wow. That thing. That is old.
Just the location doesn't need to be pretty, doesn't need to be high tech, just needs to be secured.
No, it's fine. I've got family who are really good with contracts and can probably secure you the deed to that. Very little questions asked.
She works with the depth. No, I don't know.
Cool. Any chance that Targe could assist in making it a secure facility?
I mean, how secure are we looking for? Are you looking for like armed guards and stuff,
No.
or
Everything up to that point.
I'm good with it being like, maybe a small security system with maybe CCTV that would alert us if something's moving that shouldn't be, and doors that, lock. I don't need
Okay.
it to look like it's functional. In fact, the more abandoned it looks, the better.
all right. So I have a contact outside of Tarj who might be able to help with that. You just worry about your stuff there. I'll get you the deed so that you own the place.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. And I'll talk with my friend about hopefully setting up a security system for you.
Much appreciated, and whenever you want to take a look and do the sciencey thing on all my magic bullshit, just let me know.
Okay. Sure. Thank you for bringing me more things to study. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna go because I have paperwork to do because of
Yep.
this,
totally fine.
and I have another person to call. Yeah. So you do your thing. You'll hear from me later.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. We should have a place, and it should be safe. And okay, yeah.
Did you just keep Apollo on hold for all of this?
Apollo is just sitting there pouring his 4th glass of wine.
Enjoying the bottle, okay?
The gods are
Yeah.
not known to be patient. I don't.
That
He
is
doesn't-
what the wine is for.
He doesn't have much else going on.
Yeah, it's that whole, Christianity
Or else
taking
you have
over
to be.
everything.
Also, by the way, Aja knows that the gods are not gods. Aja thinks of all gods as simply powerful beings from different realms.
Yeah.
Kind of like, Thor in the MCU.
Yeah, she rejects the term. She's not really gonna blink an eye at Apollo or Thor or whoever because
Yeah, it's like, yeah, cool.
they're just powerful beings from other worlds who
They got
meddle
magic
in
I
ours.
don't understand. They got magic that is essentially science we still don't understand. That's what magic
Well-
always has been.
Well, magic exists. Magic is a thing, but it's
Yeah.
also like
She knows magic.
they're just super powerful magic beings.
Yeah.
Uh,
But anyway, so conveys this to Apollo.
all right. Fine.
Is there a
Good,
way
you
we can
have
at
a
least
place.
make him not die in the short term?
I either am about to die or get healed, and at this point, I don't care which one.
She
Well,
turns
team
to
player,
him. No.
Which god do you want to help you? Because one is significantly better for you than the other.
And
Pretty sure this is a record for blood lost.
And still alive, maybe.
oh, all right. So, I'm in a good mood, and this is actually really good wine. Your dad goes, "Thanks. I bought it on sale."
I got it
I-
for $700.
I could make something. I could make food. I could cook. Are you hungry?
Ambrosia?
I
Maybe?
can't do that. I can't do that.
Ambrosia salad.
It's like, closest I got is salad, and let me tell you, the Midwest understands that it's not the same.
And
I have some old whiskey I'm trying to get rid of.
you know what? Just you'll owe me a favor.
Do you dare sign the blank check?
Because of family history and the fact that only what I know is actually myth. Not like the marrying you kind of favor, right?
No,
Okay, just making sure. Making sure.
no. After
Times are
after several thousand years, I kind of want as little to do with your family as possible.
Damn.
I mean,
Like,
guys, I'd like to maybe mend fences, but can respect your wishes. I agree to the favor.
He
Hound,
goes,
you should feel lucky.
he goes, all right. And it's just like the caduceus staff appears in his hand. And yeah.
Hey!
You watch Hound's body just fold in half in pain with the force.
Yeah, so it's literally like a gut a smack to the gut, and Hound sits up, but like bolts upright. All wounds are gone.
It's an instantaneous just cracking fix.
just ah!
Oh, we have a sweet tea special, it sounds like.
Sweet tea special, hydrate, posture check, and
Twitch.
stretch.
Twitch.
Ugh.
Woohoo! I have no
Cool,
liquids. I'll
cool.
make up for it on the break.
And he goes, all right. Time to go get you a pitcher of water.
Thanks, by the way.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Thank you.
Ever.
Really?
Man.
When Apollo sighs and just looks at you, goes, you know, you have her eyes. Before he disappears.
Turns beet red. Just
Are the gods always this odd?
you know, they have a different sense of time than we do.
Time's one thing.
Eccentricities are to be expected at this point. Thanatos, thanks for holding off.
It wasn't his time yet.
That would have been nice to know.
Did you want coffee or tea?
It was. No. No, I'm good.
We've
Well.
now met two gods at the same time.
And she goes, "Oh, I probably should." Has Thanatos ever met her dad? I feel like he should have at some point.
Even if not, we haven't.
Like maybe
No, yeah.
when mom
I'm
died.
trying to think. There is one instance where he could have.
It was the wedding.
Roll. Just make a flat roll.
2 dice, 1 dice, 6 is what?
2 dice. Just flat roll.
7.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that Thanatos has like appeared physically before your father once on
Uh-oh.
Once on an undetermined time, so we still don't know. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time.
All right, Cryptid. Back to the emulation. You know the drill at this point.
Ugh.
This is your shtick that you made up. You have to make sure it stays.
One.
There.
This was a long one.
That was a decent one.
All right.
So
I could still hear all of you the entire time.
So when did
You froze for me.
Thanatos meet Dad?
I guarantee
Said he
you
appeared
it was
before him
upon a
once.
time.
Yeah.
The night your mom died.
Okay.
Answer that question.
And he just kind of nods at your dad, and your dad just kind of somberly like nods in recognition who he is. Not really afraid or upset or anything. Because he knows what Thanatos does.
Mm-hmm.
And what Thanatos does isn't evil or cruel. It's just
Natural.
what he does. He doesn't cause death. He just is.
Look. Reese, Daniel. This is Thanatos. god of death, and several other things.
So this is your
Mostly
uncle you
death.
mentioned?
I'm pretty sure I've met him before, just never got his name.
Thanatos looks at you and goes, "We have never been this close to meeting."
He's kind of
Yay!
like an uncle in a weird sense.
Oh, he's a weird
Hmm.
uncle? I don't know how to feel about that.
No, he's not a weird uncle. He's an uncle in an odd, not actually related to me sense.
Oh, the dad's best friend from when they were young. Got it.
Sure, close enough.
Hey,
We have a
gods,
mutual dislike of my sister.
Yes, that.
I hear
But,
that's common in your guys' background. Is that true?
You know,
You know what? You live with family long enough, and you're this powerful. Egos tend to clash. Luckily, my family just has my sister,
I mean,
and
like,
nobody fucks with my mom.
Nah, I love your mom.
You're gonna have to show me this family tree at some point.
It's a bush.
It's more like a tumbleweed.
Ever moving.
How's Athena born again?
I don't know. But either
Kinda,
way,
yeah.
I mean, it's not as bad as how Aphrodite was born.
Eric.
Yeah, no, that's. I was trying to keep it PG.
Haven't met her, but I feel like I should still thank her on some level.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, it always good to see you.
You as well.
Oh, did you want to say hi to Pythos?
You just see Pythos kind of like head kind of pop out over Thanatos' shoulder.
Ah, there you are.
Here. As well. It was good seeing you. Looks to Hound. Glad you won't be leaving with me.
Us too.
No, I believe you have a sanctuary to secure, and you may be missing a friend.
Did Gravitas get arrested? Did I miss that? Am I
No.
breaking into a prison?
No, she's fine. I don't know
You did a social challenge to the police.
Did Gravitas get arrested?
Pyrrha pulls out her burner phone and texts Gravitas, "Hey, you didn't get arrested or anything, did you?"
If you tell her if she doesn't
Grounded,
respond
maybe.
in 24 hours, I'm breaking into the prison.
Hound says that if you don't respond within 24 hours, he's breaking into the prison. By the way, Hound is alive.
Or will be. Yeah.
I don't think Gravitas knew exactly how bad Hound's wounds were. So she's very confused by this message. She says, "Cool, I'm alive too." And
we'll just roll with that.
Not arrested?
I was a very ship of drink at that time. Not arrested, right?
It's kind of like you see the dots that Gravitas is typing, and then they just go away. Bitch.
Answer the question.
No, she
Right?
types in arrested development, maybe, and That's all
I'm
you
scared
get.
now.
That
I'm
is a
scared.
no, and you're fine.
Hound, they got arrested. We're breaking in.
Gosh. All right. Breaking into a
No,
prison.
no. She's not in a prison. She's fine. She's
Hound's
maybe
at the
watching
front door
TV.
at this point when Pyrrha.
She's maybe watching TV. I can't quite tell.
You have no idea how she knew, but she knew you were watching Arrested Development.
But yeah, okay. We'll let you know what's
Terrible.
going on later. Certain developments with a new
Right?
hideout? Question mark?
I got nothing.
Hound is going to approach Pyrrha's dad. Hey, so
Sorry for bleeding all over your house.
Mm-hmm.
do you need me to clean that up?
So he doesn't really say anything, and he just kind of walks up to you, like just staring at you, before he gives you a hug.
What? The uh uh uh, uh am I being attacked?
With affection. Just, this is one that's okay. Let it happen. It's okay.
Pyrrha,
You saw it
clean-
here, folks. Hound's first hug.
Oh
In a
god.
long time, yeah.
This feels more like a grapple.
Pyrrha just shakes her head and like picks up what is assumedly the basically empty bottle and
Oh, it's completely empty. There is not a single drop in that bottle.
picks up the empty bottle, the glass, starts cleaning up like the altar that she made, and just like is starting to kind of put things right.
And there is no blood anywhere.
Oh, damn! He's a full service healer. Not only fixes the guy, but cleans up all of the mashugana.
Oh no, he just put it all back.
Oh,
You have tainted blood now, dude. It's full of like dust bunnies and dirt. And,
Oh no,
Man.
all of that goes into his plague arrows.
I
Right.
know,
Apollo has plague arrows.
I know, but I think I'd rather be shot with the plague than by a dust bunny.
Y'all
Like
motherfuckers.
internal dust bunny? No, thank you. It itches. I don't like it.
But yeah, no, like all of Hound's blood is now back in his body, completely fine.
Out of
And
Does he have
being
like
hugged.
bullet wounds? Like scars? Or is it like never happened?
Hound, roll plus freak.
He's still being hugged by a man he's only ever met once.
Yeah.
Hound is very confused about that.
Well, make this roll, and then we'll play out the rest of that scene.
11.
Ooh.
You're perfectly fine.
No scars. Nice.
No scars.
That means no one will believe you if you tell them a god fixed you.
So Hound in
You
the middle of this-
don't know this yet. You have no scars.
Wait a minute.
So Hound in the middle of this,
Uh,
in the confusion of the hug,
No, I
Just
picked up what they put down. I
feels a weird sensation and kind of backs up from the hug and just reaches up and takes off his eye patch.
okay. Okay, you take off your eye patch. And
And
you can't. Does your dad wear glasses?
let's go with sure.
All right.
He's just some guy.
He's just a
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, but we haven't really described whether or not your dad wears glasses.
He's got readers.
And as he's just kind of smiling with his hand on your shoulder, and saying the phrase, it's okay. I'm glad that you're safe. And you can see in the reflection of his glasses, your eye is back.
You're suddenly capable of using ranged weapons without a disadvantage now. You have depth perception again, buddy. Congrats.
You do not have a prosthetic eye. That is your eye.
Quickly, like, starts lifting up his shirt.
This man hugs you and you immediately start disrobing in front of him. Whoa. What were hugs like for you as a child? I'm concerned.
Is that what
So-
that's called? Is there a scar on my back?
So your hero outfit is basically a unitard, right?
So you'd have to zip down the back of it like a dress?
Yeah. Or
Someone get my back.
how do you describe the courier's suit?
So it is a unitard. I completely forgot I was still wearing it. Right now there's several bullet holes in it.
You
As
can
we
get
have
those
now
fixed.
As we have now discovered, it is not bulletproof.
No, it is not.
Good to know.
But like
It is
he's
used for
just-
stealth.
He's just going to be reaching for the zipper, like, and it's clear he can usually do this on his own, but it's just he is in such a hurry to check that he is having trouble, like, actually getting it and pulling it down.
Mm-hmm.
And he is trying to get to the closest mirror, not lamp, what the fuck? The closest mirror he can, because he is
Mhm.
trying to check his back.
Okay. Yeah, you find your way into like the living room, and there's like one of those long ovular mirrors that's like above a writing desk. You know the kind of situation I'm talking about, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And you look at your back in the mirror, and yeah, your body is as smooth as a baby. Yeah. Yeah, you have no blemishes and no scars.
Hound's gonna cry.
And while he cries, will you describe what's going through Hound's head?
Everything that marked him about his past is gone. Everything he has regretted, every betrayal he has had a constant reminder of, is gone. If there is anything that hurt him in the past that he had to continuously wear on his own skin, it's not there anymore. He's gotten so used to carrying pain around that the sensation of not being in it is overwhelming.
Pyrrha's gonna go over to him and just kind of put an arm around him and say, "Do you want some time alone?"
Yeah.
Did you guys get to the point where he showed you where you'd be sleeping?
Not to us. Hound's already been taken care of as of.
Yeah.
No, I mean
hours
Hound.
ago.
I mean Hound. Like, did when you were with Dad, did he show you where
Yeah,
you
I
were?
snuck up the window to get to you guys.
Okay. I did. No, this was me asking, less Pyrrha. This is more just me asking.
Oh.
So, she's like, okay, do you know where your room is? Okay. I'm gonna make dinner, so I'll come get you later, okay? Um, Leviathan, you're welcome to stay for dinner, unless you've got somewhere to be.
Technically, I'm the most wanted by the police. I don't know if right now is the best time for me to be wandering the streets.
That's fair. I can't say we've got a lot of places that are size appropriate for you, but
I mean, it might be a little cold, but you can stay in the garage.
I'm still a warm-blooded animal. I'm fine.
Okay, good. I was about to ask if you needed a space heater.
thanks, Dad.
I could get one from the shed. I mean, would you still want that anyway?
It wouldn't hurt.
Okay, I'll get that from the shed.
Thank you.
You know, let's be real. Cassandra's dad is the most wholesome motherfucker in this entire campaign.
This is the guy that's like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this shit, but he's doing it anyway because he loves his kid.
No, he's just a good dad.
My kid's having her first sleepover in 10 years.
It's weird that it's only dudes.
It's,
That's
and
not
they're
her
all
fault,
in
though.
different room, and they're all in their own rooms.
And they're okay with that for some reason. I don't.
No, I'm fine with that.
It's like, but they're all
This
okay with
this
that.
is
It's
the
like,
first
that's not the
sleep.
point.
This is the first sleepover she's had since Emily passed.
Emily, yeah. Um, just because she kind of has this moment of like guilt, and then decides to text Gravitas an invite too. Hey, a lot happened. We'd be happy to kind of like go over it and stuff. But everyone's kind of at my place. If you want to come have dinner and crash for the night, everybody else seems to be. I'll
Are you
text you my
revealing where
address.
you live?
I'll text you my address if you want to. At this point, everybody else fucking knows where I live.
To be fair, you also have the gods backing you up. I don't know what the hell you're worried about.
I can still end up in prison and they'll still look at me and go, messed up, huh?
Hey, now you know how Hound felt 24/7.
But I
But-
will say this much. It's not the gods backing me up that can get me out of prison. It's yeah, I'll take it to.
But yes, Gravitas. Shinobu, you're in the. Yeah, well, we'll say it's only been enough that you're still in the car heading home from your physical therapy appointment when you received this text. you're in the car with your mom driving. How do you respond to getting an invite to hang out at someone's house? It's been a while since you've been asked that kind of question.
So I feel like if I were to play true to character, she probably would not take Pyrrha up on that necessarily because
Mhm.
first of all, Hound said don't let anyone know who you are, and although
Yeah, and that
they might have seen her face when she went as a civilian, and also she doesn't know if the house is like wheelchair accessible.
fine.
But I think for the sake of the game, she's going to
Yeah,
say yes.
and I'll say that this can certainly be like, yes, those are things that are true. One could also read this as Pyrrha, who was very closed off the past several times that you've met, is extending to you that hand of trust.
Mhm.
And the question is, are you going to accept that hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you do that. You're driving with your mom. Uh do you want her to take you?
I
Is this
mean,
how life is now? It's just, hey, Dad, can I get a ride to the movies? I have a date.
But also,
yeah, I mean,
not that bank robbery.
Right?
her mom, she'll tell her mom what's up. Because
How
there's
much of what's up?
Does she know you're gonna go hang out with a bunch of freaks? Or is just, hey, Mom, I
well,
made some new friends.
there's no sense in hiding much. So she says that, like, these are the people that I met on my first night out, and they invited me to join their team. And I think you would agree that I'd be safer with a team. And now they want to do some sort of team building exercise, and it seems kind of early for them to invite me to a team building exercise. And Hound specifically told me not to tell anybody my real identity, but then he told me his real identity. So I'm honestly really confused, Mom, but if you could just
I'm gonna go try and
drop
get
me
this cleared
off
up.
and let me sleep. I don't even know if it's wheelchair accessible, but we can figure it out. Like you want me to have friends that can like y- you know
I I would like you to roll to provoke.
I also made a terrible realization in the meantime. You're
Mm.
like, oh, wheelchair accessible. I'm probably gonna have to be the one to come out and move the wheelchair. I don't know how your mom's gonna respond to that.
Why?
I feel like Dad's
I don't know,
strong
just the
enough
idea.
to help, and Pyrrha would help how she could.
you all realize that the
Uh,
wheelchair will be light as a feather, right?
Well, not
Probably
only that, but like realistically, Pyrrha could just make the stairs into a ramp using a psychic construct.
Guys,
Also, I'm just gonna say it is wheelchair accessible.
she can move things with her mind. Everything is wheelchair accessible.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to find.
but to be fair, I can turn any staircase into a ramp.
Okay.
fair. Now we're just gonna get a scene of C-3PO in the Ewok chair.
You want loop de
Um,
loops? I can add loop de loops.
That's a 4.
It's a 4.
Yeah. I gain potential.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So yeah, so you're trying to get her to
The way you can
I'll
probably
say the way that you were asking, and like the whole, the fact that she is confused about the situation, me and her explanation of the situation from a confused point of view makes your mom confused. And so she's trying to put together all of the mismatched things that you're talking about. Also not knowing who any of these people are because you haven't mentioned their names before. And she goes, what exactly are you asking?
I guess I'm asking you to drop me off at a friend's house?
And she goes,
Nice save.
and this friend is a superhero.
I mean, I don't know if you could really call any of us superheroes, but we are super powered and hunted. Well, I'm not hunted. They don't know about little old me, but they are hunted by apparently some sort of meta
And the
police
save.
This is not
group
helping.
that apparently has just been formed. This may not have been the best time to become a superhero, but we ball.
Gravitas, do you want a shovel to dig this hole?
You're
Dig it, dig it.
You're gonna go hang out with known convicts?
We're not convicts. We're not convicts yet.
Well,
you're fugitives.
Parents don't care.
well, one of us is both.
Hey, overachiever.
And she goes, I don't know how I feel about this.
I think that's a really good statement, everything that was just given to her.
Well, I think
I hate this.
I think she has a dad.
I think she has a dad.
I think
Are you guys gonna become sisters?
Her parents are still married.
Damn it. Where goes that idea?
Oh, that's a great quote. I think she has a dad. All right, you know what? I will drive you there, and I will talk to her father, because I don't.
Well, you know what? First I need to text Hound and make sure that he agrees to it, because I feel like this is going even one more step beyond what he said of like not letting anybody know my identity.
Give me the address, and you do that while I drive.
Hound.
She didn't give you the address.
SOS.
No, you never
My
actually
mom.
said you wanted it.
My mom wants to meet Pyrrha's dad? Question mark?
Parental unit?
This seems
Mothership
like
wants to
a
meet father
gross
ships.
violation. Oh, I just learned the word gross, and in English class. This seems like a gross violation of the principles you've been teaching me.
It's mainly due to your youth and inexperience.
It's gonna take a while for Hound to like calm down enough where he actually checks his phone and sees this, and then he's just going to respond, "Are you asking if your mom wants to meet Pyrrha's dad?
Wait, does
Or
Hound,
are you asking
Hound
if
doesn't
Pyrrha
know that
has a
Pyrrha-
dad?"
No. Well, Hound
I'm-
also, I don't know if knows if Pyrrha's extended that offer or invitation to Gravitas yet. So this could be totally out of the blue, and he would have no idea.
I'm more unclear on whether I should call this whole thing off because I don't think that I can prevent the two of them from meeting.
Oh, what off? What's going on?
Dinner? Question mark?
Dinner? Dinner / sleepover? Duh.
Hey guys, we'll order
Hound's-
pizza. We'll go to Blockbuster. We'll get a movie. It's gonna be
Hound-
great.
Uh,
It's
Hound
like
is-
2016. Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore.
There has always been one.
I guess I'm not a millennial, I'm Gen Z.
Hound is going to just kind of sit down, look at the messages, and just open his door. Pyrrha,
Fucking send it. Like,
Yeah.
did you invite Gravitas over?
Yeah.
Okay, she's been sending me some really confusing messages, but that put a whole lot of context to it. Thank you.
I figured everybody else was here. We might as well just do team dinner.
and in the meantime, I'm just sitting in the living room with her dad, and just existing.
She's in the kitchen cooking.
the car pulls up and Gravitas is like, okay, wait, I haven't gotten the okay yet. It might be important for me to protect your identity. I know, you can wear this mask.
As you're typing, your mom has got out of the car and is walking to the front door.
Put on the mask. Put on the mask.
Screaming out into the street.
What? And she just looks at you going, what? And
It's a safety measure.
Oh,
That's not for another 4 years.
but I don't have a cold.
No,
Wrong
it's
path.
for your
Oh.
eyes.
Oh, my heart. Oh.
I think the parrots are becoming the favorite characters in this whole thing. Fuck these other characters we've been playing. The parrots are clearly the best option.
And she just kind of like looks at you weird and knocks on the front door.
Gravitas telekinetically pushes the mask to her, and if she's going to be difficult, will telekinetically tie it to her face.
Okay.
Is this against her will? What kind of superhero is this?
And she just knocks and is confused, and the door opens, and there's Pyrrha's dad, Mr. Alexios, who
Oh, dear.
opens the door and looks at the one and goes, "Are you the friend my daughter invited?"
This
You-
man is like a young Fred Rogers wearing glasses and just like in the sweater going, "Hi."
Just
I
confused,
both
going,
love and hate everything about this.
"Wait, you're..." Just again seeing a woman in a mask, going, "Are you the final member of my daughter's team?" No.
Club.
Have fun with
No,
yourself,
that-
conversation, Rev.
No, that would be my daughter. She asked me to put on a mask. I don't know why. Would you both like to come inside? That would be lovely. I
Okay, now there's the chance.
I
of
just
being
have to get
useless.
her out of the car.
Oh, she's rolling up.
From the
Oh,
kitchen,
right.
they'll hear, "Hey, Dad, could you grab some of the phyllo out of the freezer for me?"
Yes, I can grab the
Yeah,
philo.
Thank you.
Hound's coming
Yes.
downstairs. All right, I think I'm done crying.
And as
Everybody put on a mask.
You just hear a creak and a groan from the couch in the back room.
Even you, Leviathan.
I'll just
Hey,
do this.
Gravitas,
I don't have anything on hand, so I just have to fucking.
look, we're not really going to be doing the secret identity thing here. If you want to do it, that's cool. But like,
You're the one who told me I needed to.
yeah, and you know what? I've been wrong about a lot of things in the past, so
Oh.
It was due to early experience. You've gained a good bit of that since then. We're doing better. We don't have to be as worried.
Leviathan's just sitting there like,
Pyrrha
I
just
wonder
kind of-
how her mom responds to seeing a giant lizard man standing in the living room doing that. And having
And-
casual conversation with Gravitas as if nothing was amiss.
and like
and
completely also in a casual sense of the lizard man doesn't make anyone else thrown in any way whatsoever. Pyrrha comes in like an apron and like holding a spatula or something, and is like, okay, do we have any dietary restrictions? Like everybody's good with like chicken?
No,
Nobody allergic to anything?
not with Pythos still around.
Pythos has his crunchions.
I just feel like he
And,
might be offended.
and Pythos goes, bark, bark.
Buck.
Well,
Hound is
now
going
you
to
met
walk
the
up.
family.
Hound is going to walk up to Gravitas's mom and extend a hand and go, hello there. My name's Mr. Price, otherwise known as the Hound. And we're the fugitives.
Oh my god.
We really need to come up with a better PR.
That is
Oh.
accurate in description, but not the
So
name
is-
we're gonna go with, buddy.
And goes, oh, you're not, that's not your hero team name. Okay,
It is a convoluted.
can I take this off?
Yes.
Well,
Pointing to
I
the
don't know.
mask.
I mean, apparently up is down and down is up, and everything I've learned so far is useless.
Gravitas,
No.
I'm very sorry. I've done a
It was
lot of
important
self-reflection. I have two eyes now.
Yeah, that is something you'd notice.
I don't know what that means. I have two eyes too.
I was missing one of my eyes up until like 5 minutes ago.
20.
And
Huh.
and Shinobu's mom is just like looking at the back and forth and goes, and just like speechless. And Mr. Alexios just kind of takes her hand and goes, you kind of get used to it after a while. Please come with me. My red wine has been drinking. Do you drink white? And she goes, yeah. That sounds fine. Okay. Yeah, let's talk. And they just go off into like the dining room and just have a little sit down.
All right, everyone needs to tell me why the Fugitives is a bad name.
Because
you of all
we're
people should know why.
no,
You
Also,
of all
I
people should know why.
I feel like the headlines and the news reels would be a little confusing if they always referred to it's like today the fugitives saved the city. That sounds odd.
Well, I would have called us something else, but most of the other good ones are taken.
We really should have a sit down about this at some point.
Pyrrha just shakes her head and goes back to the kitchen. I've got
We'll get back to that.
chicken and some spinach, and I will. Nobody's lactose intolerant, right?
Not a weak dietary system here. Keep those bad genes to whoever's gonna have them.
Okay. And in case anyone's wondering what we're making today, we're having some oh my god.
Spanakopita?
Yes, sorry. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Spanakopita, some dolmas, some saganaki, which is one of my personal favorites, and I know that baklava would be very appropriate. However, I'm a big fan of bugatsa.
So I'm gonna tell you, don't turn into Martha Stewart.
Yeah. We don't need you we don't need you to be a convicted felon.
Between her and Snoop Dogg, the one you'd expect to be in prison is the one who didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way.
Insane.
We have a nice dinner that's being prepared, and I will have none of you ruin it by calling us fugitives again.
All right.
I didn't say anything.
I think this part is actually a good place for us to take our break. We're a little bit past our usual time. So I will let our tech person know that it is break time. And we will come back a little bit later. Break time. Do. Give me a break. Give me
I
a
love
break. All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you all for your patience. We are back into it. Yeah, no, we're gonna quickly time skip a little bit. While the team discusses what their team name should officially be. Uh, this conversation flows on into dinner. Um, did you guys want to have any kind of conversation before you go to bed? Because the next day you're going to try and secure your sanctuary.
Feel like the
Um,
conversation is just back and forth about us disagreeing on what we should call ourselves.
Yeah.
I think also explaining to Gravitas everything that just happened and the
Also, her
observatory.
mom.
What's up?
Also, her mom.
Well, did her
Also-
mom
Yeah.
stay?
Her mom did stay for dinner.
Okay.
Your father was very polite and asked her to stay for dinner. And Gravitas, your mom is a little is still a little apprehensive about the whole thing. I mean, she was from the beginning. But she seems to kind of understand now that she has an adult to talk to, like a fellow parent of a hero. Like she didn't have she got you outreach to talk to other people in your situation, but she's now starting to know that there is another person in her situation where there is another parent of someone with powers. And like she's actually a bit comforted in that she now has someone to like talk to about that. Um and like you just kind of see her and Pyrrha's dad kind of become friends over the course of this dinner. And so she goes, well, I I understand that something awful has been placed upon all of you, and I'm so sorry to hear that. I But you all seem to be good people. I kind of hesitantly looks at Leviathan after saying the word people. Uh,
People.
Hey, Leviathan's more of a person than I am.
Valid.
Just cracks and bones snapping and just wanted to get back into place. Like, sure he is.
and so I really hope that you're able to clear your names soon.
Our hope.
And I know that my daughter will be there by your side. She seems quite taken with all of you. And and she is just gonna like place a hand on your shoulder and say, and I want to show my support. I want to be by your side.
Thanks, Mom.
This is the first mom in our little group. This is fantastic. Is this what it's like having a mom?
I don't know. I don't have one.
Me either.
Leviathan and Hound just sitting there
You
going.
have one.
Yeah, just enjoy.
Uh,
Yeah, effectively.
Also, I don't believe our tech is muted.
Nope.
Now they are.
Now they are.
Now they are.
Gravitas
Yes.
is like a little quiet right now because this is different than she expected. Like when Hound was like, "Don't tell anybody anything," she was like, "Okay, cool, secret identities." And now this is more like something she hasn't experienced even before the accident. Like a wholesome get together is very new to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say you feel insecure?
No, I think I think she's already afraid and angry. No, she's not really acting like either of those right now.
Well, angry was directed, I think, at the cops and less at us.
I mean, I think she's angry that her new friends are in this situation. She's afraid that this all seems to be going so well and it could break apart at any moment. Like, I mean, how cool is it that like her mom is having dinner with her new powered friends and like everything is like we're getting to know each other and it's all
Yeah.
very unexpected.
When is the other shoe gonna drop?
But she does finally take off her mask and she's like, "So my name is Shinobu."
Just be like Alcoholics Anonymous. I Shinobu. I'm sorry. Sorry, please continue.
Now, do I still keep where I live secret?
You can keep where you live secret. You're fine.
I'm
I
just
think-
saying, if you tell people, you might have to blow it up.
God. Love of
Oh,
God, man.
And
Is that
you-
bad
you-
advice?
Hound gets a
Coming from the
look
guy who's
from
already
both
blown up my
parents.
chair, yes.
Yes. That is bad advice.
I'm sorry, I blew up my last living arrangement.
You blew up my chair.
it was actually really sad. He was like living in this cellar on like a nasty cot. I was gonna offer him that he could come home, but then Pyrrha and she seems to have more space here than we do at home, which is not something that tells you anything about where I live, other than it's smaller.
Gravitas, you're fine. You
guys
don't have
keep
to share
talking
anything you don't want. However, he was just worried about you. I would just say that if you're going to share any information at all, you be very careful about who you trust with what information.
Okay.
And we're at a point where
I
we
mean,
more or
that's
less
just
need
good
to-
advice in general. Well, I mean, don't give out your social security number to anyone.
as a kid who's like, the hell is that?
So can I tell?
I haven't had to work. I haven't had to like. I don't get to drive. I don't get to do nothing.
Can I
Hold
tell
on.
my boyfriend about you guys?
You have a boyfriend?
Your mom even goes, "Is it
Pardon?
that serious?"
Is he aware of
I don't
this?
know. I don't know. He calls me his girlfriend.
I'm a go with that's a boyfriend then.
That sounds a good likelihood. Social matters are not my
I
forte.
see. I was not aware of this.
I feel like I have to meet this boy.
What are you, dad now?
Down boy.
What did
Sit, as the crow tells you.
Yeah, the Raven.
Sit, stay.
As you said, down boy. Sit.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, so I'm allowed to take a bullet for her, but I can't check who she's dating?
I'm not sure that's your
his
place.
name
Bullet
is
for her, you
Finley
took a bullet for
Fisher,
him.
and his code name is the Splash. He like goes to this super fancy school for like super powered kids.
So he lives in Charles Xavier's House of Mutants?
Wait, what school does he go to? We don't have one of those here.
Oh yeah,
Raven's-
no, he's like far away.
He lives in another state. Don't worry, you'll never need to
what
meet
what
him.
is what is the
course he's
what is
real.
the name of the school in this case?
You can make one up, or you can use the one that we've established in a different Masks game.
Okay. Yeah, it's like called like Morbos Academy or something like that. I don't know.
Where are you talking about Morphos?
Morphos. Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay, that's in California. Can I see a picture of this kid?
Oh, I
Wait.
don't have a picture.
You don't.
So
There's
wholesome.
some things wrong here.
Okay,
Between
but you
both Gravitas and Hound, there are things wrong.
but you've talked on the phone, right?
Like once or twice, we mostly just text.
Okay,
Or
but that
we
means they
mostly
have
just send each other messages.
And have have you guys like ever seen each other in person
No,
or pictures? You haven't sent him photos, right?
no. Why would I send pictures? Like we're connecting. Like
Just look. I look at Shinobu's mom. I think this
You
is
can
a
see
you
that-
conversation.
Yeah, I think this is a me conversation. And Mr. Price, I don't understand why you're so protective. I mean, I appreciate you being protective, but I don't understand how you're this protective of my daughter.
I mean, we don't really
She
get
ju-
it.
and she just kind of looks at you like, you can just kind of see in her eyes. Are you jealous?
To be fair, he's been going through some things the past week or two. A lot's happened.
A
He's
mom
learning how
war.
to be a better person.
Yeah, and she,
There's a lot.
oh, wait, can we clarify? Do I probably
she.
I
she
can
just
tell him
kinda
your
leans-
superhero names, right?
Sure.
Do we have a group
That-
name?
Yep, I knew this was coming. God damn it.
We're working on it. We're working.
It's
on
a
it.
work in progress.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to name us now
There's a workshop.
I'm
You
here,
want to
Cal-
call us the fugitives?
because we are.
Hopefully not for long.
Well,
It's his.
at least 3 of you won't be for long.
He's part of like a small group of 3 superheroes, and they're called the Swim Team.
For them.
Good for them. Just a golf clap. Good for them.
Yeah, he
Anyways,
doesn't really have that many friends at the school.
I'm gonna just eyeball each of the parents just to see how they're responding to this information.
I so
Not
bad.
to get a glance from them, just to see how it looks.
They're really just kind of absorbed in this. The way that parents are, whenever their kids talk about like their school life,
Mm-hmm.
and just trying to relate it to themselves, so that they can understand.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a jam band in college, and we had a lot of trouble naming our band too. Thanks, Dad.
Dad, I love how you're so out of sync with what I'm talking about, but I love you so much.
Leans over to
and-
Pyrrha. Finley Fisher sounds like a fake name, right? Like, I'm not crazy here.
You know, a kid was named Northwest. What do you want?
This was around that
Oh!
same time.
Northwest is very talented.
I quit. I give up. I'm having a coronary.
Anyway, so dinner and dessert and
And your mom goes, so did you want to stay the night?
I mean, it sounds like that's what the cool kids are doing.
And
All
just
right.
I'll glance at
Yeah,
the collective of us and go, yeah, I'll
Which-
just glance at our little
Well-
collective and be like, what the heck are you
Which
talking
one-
about?
Which one of us is the cool one?
I mean me,
And-
obviously.
And she like kind of leans in, gives you like a kiss on the forehead, and goes, "All right, well, call me if and when you need a ride home. I will be in touch. What's your dad's name, Pyrrha?
Is she not at the computer or at the table?
It's Marcus.
And she
Didn't
goes,
he say that?
I'm asking for myself because I forgot what
okay.
his
Okay.
first name is.
Yeah, I think
Fair
I
enough.
think it was Marcus.
Marcus Alexius. Okay.
Yep. That at least
sounds like
is,
sounds like a Roman emperor.
yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. I don't have it written down, but I feel like Marcus was the name I picked.
Okay, that's fine. You have said it. It must be canon.
Well, it's been said before. I just don't seem to have it written down anywhere.
And that's fine. And she just goes, Marcus, it was lovely to meet you. I will have to introduce you to my husband. And I'll see you later. And she goes to give you a hug and whispers, I'd watch out for that Daniel boy. I think he has a crush on you.
Uh-oh.
He was one eye short
And she-
just like a little while ago.
Oh, could still see how pretty you are.
Legitimately sees her as a little sister.
Yeah, no, and like how concerned you were. She's just like, I think he has a crush on her. And it's like she has one eye. You can still see you're a catch.
Well, I don't know. I should probably. Do you have a computer? I should probably send Finley an email.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
send him an email.
I've got my laptop up in my room.
The
Which
Hound is physically hurting me.
I'm gonna basically assume that there was a method for when Emily slept over where we both had a bed and it wasn't like sleeping in the same bed. So I'm gonna go set that up. Haven't set that up in a hot minute. And
I would say that your dad probably has one of those, plastic mattress folding wheelie beds.
Wait, do you not share beds with your best friends?
I mean, yeah, I did personally, but I don't know how it was with Emily and Cassandra. I don't know.
Up to you. That's your narrative decision.
Well, like personally, I had a full-size bunk bed in my teens, so I didn't have to worry about it. Fuck it, I have the same bed that I had growing up. So there's, I sleep on the
You
top.
have a bunk bed. Why? Because Emily has been your best friend since childhood, and she
Exactly,
slept
and
over very often.
And there's a futon on the bottom.
Oh, and you get top bunk too. Cool.
That was real life.
When I had a bunk bed, it was that way too.
I
I fell out of it once.
I was bottom.
I think
was
this
the
says a
little
lot.
brother.
We weren't questioning your.
I feel like a lot has been said about the collective here.
Listen, just because it's true doesn't mean you had to say it, Zoup.
You said it. What are you talking about?
You didn't say it.
Man, sometimes you let more out to the internet than you think you realize.
Yeah. It's no secret.
Well,
But yeah.
So,
Anyway,
so what's the actual sleeping arrangement for the 3 normal people?
I
I'm gonna go sleep in the garage like an animal.
I don't think any of us are normal.
was about to say I've got bunk beds, so we've got
Compared
beds.
to me, you are.
So-
You're fine.
So, in the garage, what has been set up is an old mattress is placed on the floor along with a space heater to keep the room warm.
I'll be basking on the mattress. Don't mind me.
What?
Said I'll be basking on the mattress. Don't mind me. It'll be like a heat rock.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Hound has the guest bedroom, and Pyrrha and Gravitas will be sleeping in her room on the bunk beds. And
they get to send that email without Hound being there.
yeah.
Fantastic.
I remembered to tell her mom I broke out of prison. It's probably not a big deal.
I think I forgot a detail. I'm sure it'll come up later.
And Pythos has his perch.
Pythos does have a perch. You have a raven on your writing desk.
Yep.
But are they similar?
And also a
Are they
laptop.
like...
Yep. Yeah, and you said you wanted to have a scene with the computer.
I guess that's one way to do it. So,
Well-
one way to say it.
You wanted to have a scene with the computer.
Well, they
Yeah, 2 teenage girls in their room with a computer. I'm sure that's a great idea.
I guess they settle down on the futon, and Gravitas shows Pyrrha the website with the what is it called? Like the forum.
Mhm.
Like this is a forum where like a bunch of powered kids talk to each other. And this is how I met Finley.
The superhero subreddit.
What kind of hair?
I mean, it's kind of true.
And so she writes a quick note like, oh my god, I have so much to tell you. Like, I'm actually sleeping over at someone's house tonight, and like, don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. And
That already sounds fishy.
this superhero thing is turning out to be like way weirder than I thought. So I'll talk to you about it when I get home.
You receive a message back going, yeah, weird is kind of the first way to describe this this life.
See, he's got like really sage advice. I think it's really cool. By the way, we're not going to be making out, right? Because most of the sleepovers that I've been to before involved making out. So I just wanted to make sure.
clearly an autistic child, like not being able to read the room at all.
That was never part of the intention. She's just it's just her feeding Crunchians to to bite those like
Well, yeah, I mean, like this is like a really, really different vibe than the sleepovers that I used to go to.
I mean, yeah, like it was mostly just team bonding and wanted to include you because the others were already here because Hound kind of got shot like a lot, and I kind of had to pull
Wait,
some
Hound
strings.
got shot?
It doesn't matter
We
now. He's fixed.
explained all of the things that happened. I
Oh,
swear.
okay. We already okay.
Yeah, we covered this over dinner. We're fine.
We covered
you
this
know,
over
like-
dinner.
And we
Okay.
met gods. Have fun with that notion.
Yeah, that's true. We did explain that the gods came and one of them saved Hound. So feel free to ask about those things.
Hound got shot. Clearly, you missed an important detail.
I mean, Hound was kind of bleeding all over the table, and it.
I
I'm
thought
really-
we were
Probably
just
wasn't
arguing.
sanitary for us to be eating on it.
I thought we were just arguing about T names the whole time. Okay, so we
No,
went
no.
over.
That was
all of
part
I
of
made
it.
a I made a point to say that we explained everything that had happened in like the observatory thing, and
Yeah.
So like, what are gods anyways?
from what I can tell, gods is just an easy way for us to understand them. They're just kind of like us, but a hell of a lot more powerful.
Still pretty sure you're a demigod, but sure.
I'm not a demigod.
So
They
You just hear from the garage.
They do have one interesting ability that I've never seen in any other superhero, though, and that's the ability to essentially make somebody supernatural. Like for instance, in my family history, Apollo gave my great something or another. He gave her the gift of foresight. She could see into the future. She was an oracle. And they had some kind of disagreement. The various myths say different things. I wasn't there. I'm not going to. Nobody's ever been able to confirm what actually happened to me. So at this point, I'm just going to say something happened. He got mad and cursed her to not be believed. Like she could see the future, but no one would believe her.
that sounds like a man trying to take what's the word I'm looking for? That sounds like a man trying to take credit for something that was inherent in a woman.
It's more of a powers thing and less of just an intuition thing.
Like, how do we know that she didn't already have the powers? He could just have been claiming that he gave them to her. Like, I didn't have powers for the longest time, and then all of a sudden I did.
At least based on the tiff that seems to still exist to this day between Apollo and my family, I'm gonna say it's.
I mean, the tiff might be real, but I wouldn't trust anyone who says I gave somebody else powers.
To be fair, he also did give me my sanctuary. Well, he gave us the sanctuary. I just am the owner of it now.
Well, that's not the same thing as giving someone powers.
I mean, it's pretty powerful. It is pretty powerful. And somehow those powers mutated down the line. Maybe somebody else in my family lineage married somebody else with powers, but now I can do all of what I can do.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised if he shows up tomorrow claiming that he gave you your powers.
He might show up tomorrow, but only to help me move the sanctuary out of the realm of chaos and into.
It's so weird that there are different realms.
Oh yeah, like I went to the realm of night for a long weekend not too long ago.
Wait, isn't that the lady, Aja? Isn't she able to go to different realms?
Yeah. At least that's what she says. I mean, I kind of believe her at this point, but yeah.
She was pretty cool.
Yeah, and she's helping us out. She doesn't suck.
Do you assume all adults suck?
No. But I will say that I'm not a huge fan of the Bolt right now. I think he kind of sucks.
I used to think all adults sucked.
I've met a few okay ones. My dad's kind of cool.
Yeah, he seems really nice.
And it just, you cut to another panel, and on the outside you hear Dad listening in on the door. He's like,
No.
yes! My daughter thinks I'm cool.
No, that poor man has probably broken out the actual liquor and is just sitting in front of the fire, just.
No, it cuts to the living room, yes, and he is drinking something, but you just see him watching Deep Space Nine.
Oh, he's gone. he's in a
That's kind of
whole other
cool.
place.
Literally putting together like model ships or something.
Hey,
Yeah.
models are cool. It's my livelihood.
So, like,
Okay, Dad.
do we now play Never Have I Ever?
I mean, we can.
This is
Cut
bonding
there.
between girls.
Cut there.
All right. Well,
It cuts to Leviathan and Hound. Hound is on Leviathan's fist, and they're trying to arm wrestle it.
yeah.
Go again.
No. She said, "Do we play Never Have I Ever?" Like holds up a makeup bag, or we could do makeovers,
Or you can do both.
and then it cuts.
Yeah.
Best 12 out of 20.
Do we want? Do we want to do a scene with Hound and Leviathan before we end off today's issue?
I'm not opposed.
Do you have anything in mind?
Well, does Hound have something? Otherwise, I can certainly bring up a conversation topic or two.
99%.
Or we can simply end a little bit early.
You tell me, Cryptid. What do you want out of this?
Hey, Leviathan. Quick question for you.
Yeah.
God damn it. We're not done with this.
Just hear vague
Okay.
thumps from the ground.
Like, what are they doing out there?
Boys
The-
will be
the-
boys.
The old
monster.
fold up like plastic table is just getting funk.
How do you tell someone you don't need them anymore?
Depends on how careful you're trying to be. Who and why. Some people it's as straightforward as telling them off. Other people, you might need some tact. Who's this person in their relationship to you? If I might be so bold as to ask.
His name's Thomas.
Okay.
He's my dad.
The one that one.
Yeah, that one. The only one I know.
Fair.
You only know one Thomas.
I only know one dad.
No, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm going to get copyright stricken for that. No.
Because, frankly, I'm confused.
I'd argue with the scar gun. I would imagine you would be. Do
I
you
broke out of prison to find him.
find him? Why?
A couple months ago, I would have said to return the knife. In the same way he gave it to me.
And now?
I don't know when, but I just don't care anymore.
I feel like that opens up a lot of opportunity for you. You now have a choice to make your life the way you want it and not have it have to be revolved around a particular person who wronged you. Revenge is a very short-term thing, regardless of how long you have it. Because once it's done and gone, you have nothing else to live for. If you can grow past it, like it sounds like you might have, you have a lot more to live for. You can set roots down wherever you want. You can choose who you want in your life without fearing for their lives. Beyond occupational hazard,
Well,
notwithstanding.
of course. Like, I still have made a lot of enemies who aren't going to be as forgiving as I am.
That's fine, and we'll deal with them in due time.
Well, I mean, like, we dealt with the scariest one already.
Then it only gets easier, right?
I mean, hopefully.
And there you are. But I'd say if you want to say it, that depends entirely on, are you wanting to actually go see him to say it? Or is this I want to say it so I myself know?
I think it's mostly for me.
Then it doesn't matter how you do it, other than you have to find a way that you can speak to yourself in a way that you will register and understand mentally, spiritually, and even in some degrees physically. It's just because the scar's gone doesn't change the fact that the hurt might still be there. Doesn't change what was done to you.
Yeah.
All that really happened is that the physical reminder's gone. But you have the opportunity to become better from this as an option for it having been newly removed. So I'll tell you what. You want to get past this? Stay with us. We'll keep working with things. We'll make things better. You'll have a name for yourself. And you'll prove everything he thought about you was wrong. And that's ultimately the best type of revenge. Living a full life and living it well.
I think you're mostly right. But I think this is a better type of revenge, and Hound is going to try to win the arm wrestling competition again.
Just for the sake of fun, roll me a d6, just for the sake of funny.
Yep. Roll.
Higher
Yeah.
number wins.
Yeah.
That seems entirely appropriate.
You sly dog.
Even
You had
better
me
revenge is.
monologuing.
It's not quite this big, but it's like just like a toddler on Hulk's arm going, "I got this."
I like the effort. It's just not in your wheelhouse, dude.
Ow.
Just
I'll have you
lay
know
it
that was
splayed
a
out on the table.
I will have you know that was a serious conversation and not just a distraction. I just used it as one.
I believe you.
And because of that, I would actually like Leviathan. Would you make the final roll of tonight with a comfort or support?
All right. What's the
It
statistic
looks like
added?
you have done both.
I have 4 conditions. Please help.
Mundane. It's mundane. Okay.
It
I
is
will-
plus mundane.
Okay, let me find my statistics. Yep. All right. 10.
You rolled a 10.
Correct.
Fantastic. So on a 10 plus, so you can clear a condition, Hound. With a 10 plus, you can also add a team to the pool or clear a condition yourself.
So
Let's
I can
see.
clear 2 conditions.
No,
No. They
you
can
you
mark
can clear a
potential.
condition
They
and
can do
mark
condition,
potential or shift your labels, Hound. And Leviathan can either add a team to the pool or clear one of their own conditions.
I'm going to clear a condition for mine.
Fantastic.
I'm
The
no
boys-
longer hopeless.
I'm
The
no
boys are-
longer guilty.
The boys are having a deep conversation in an arm wrestling session, and the girls are, talking.
Talking
Boys?
about making out, boys, makeup. Have you ever? Yeah.
Never have I ever. And I'm gonna say we're gonna end the night with Legally Blonde, just to.
I really hope
Nice.
we're not stressing out her dad with all the noises in the garage.
He
Again,
probably came in to check once, saw what was going on, and say like, "Yeah, that's how the things go."
I suppose boys will be boys.
So we will end this issue here. Before that, let us do some end of session questions and then sign off. We will start with Gravitas.
I think probably grew closer to Pyrrha.
Fantastic. If Pyrrha does not already have influence over you, grant it to her. Did she already have influence over you?
No.
All right. Fantastic. Then let's go to Pyrrha.
I get to do one other thing, right?
No.
Okay.
S-
Yeah.
yeah.
Potential
Uh,
or clear condition, I think.
oh, yes. Yes, you do. Give influence to that character and clear condition or mark potential. Up to you. Which one do you want to do?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, let me know.
Okay.
In the meantime, Pyrrha.
I would say there's a couple of ways this could go, but I think that her efforts to grow closer to Gravitas were intentional on her part. Because otherwise it was definitely growing more into her own image with everything with Apollo and stuff. But I think with Gravitas.
Right. Yeah. So give influence over you to Gravitas and either mark potential or clear condition.
I'm
get
keeping the way you
potential.
said. I am keeping the way you said that in my mind forever. Gravitas.
I would argue that by setting up the situation to move the sanctuary out of the realm of chaos, I am doing something to help with my doom.
I would argue that as well. That sounds.
I would not argue that.
Cool. Then I don't have to take another mark on my doom track.
That's fine. Mark
Mortal
potential.
collapse.
And I was about to say, do I also get potential in that one? Yeah, I do. So I get 2 potential, which gets me to my next advancement.
Fantastic. Send me a message on what you would like to have your next advancement be.
Gonna figure that out.
Yeah. Then next up, Hound, what you got?
Grew closer to Leviathan, but Leviathan already has influence.
So
I have influence on everyone, and everyone's got it on
in-
me. It doesn't matter.
in the event that someone would gain influence over you and they already have it, they get to shift your labels.
I'm gonna say, based on how today went, do you have anything at 3 or at -2? Do you have anything maxed
I
out
have
there?
danger at 3.
Okay. I'm gonna say today you're going to get mundane up, and we're gonna do danger down because you kind of took the day to not be being shot more.
Congratulations, Hound, you are mortal.
Oh,
And
I've
you have
known
been
that.
reminded of that.
But he has been reminded of that every single time we've gotten into a fight ever since the Minotaur.
Remember thou art mortal. Slam! I'm aware.
And
I'm painfully aware.
Hound is no longer insecure.
Fantastic. Next up, finally, Leviathan.
We'll inverse that same idea. It's for Hound today.
Okay.
Yay.
Does Hound have influence over Leviathan?
Sure
Should.
do.
All right.
Everyone's got it by me, and everyone's got it for me. It's just how it works.
Then how would you like to shift Leviathan's labels?
Mundane up, freak down.
God, fuck.
We love
Okay.
you. You're not a
you don't
freak.
you don't
You're
understand.
our
My freak is
friend.
now as low as it can possibly go. You guys have ruined it. It's actually one of the stats I actually get to use for my stuff, and you guys have ruined it.
What is your
Because
Then
freak
you're
stat?
start acting more like a freak.
There hasn't been a lot of option for me. The closest I've had was the fight with the clown. I dealt with the clown posse.
Quit being so supportive.
It's my job.
For being so damn normal, my guy.
God
He's the
damn,
one
why
still
do
trying
you
to
have
be
to be
normal.
the emotional stability of this team?
'Cause no one else clearly was gonna be it.
All right. And then are you clearing condition or marking potential?
So it was freak down. What was the one going up? Just to make sure I got that.
Mundane.
Monday. Fuck. All right.
Don't expect a min-max in this game. Everyone has control of your stats.
This for now. For now. I'm going to manage to keep the one condition I've got, but I'm going to take another potential, which gets me to my 4th advancement.
Fantastic.
Fifth?
4th.
That's exciting.
After your 5th, you get a whole new list of options to choose from.
Uh-huh. So I have to get 2 more to be on that list properly.
Yeah.
And I will plot that in the meantime.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to let you know, Rev.
Absolutely. One of them includes potentially changing your playbook.
Hmm. But I like monster.
Or actually, yeah. Yeah. All of you have the potential after 6 advancements to change playbooks.
How do we get away from our fugitive status? We all just fucking become new people.
Well, no, it's same people, just new storylines.
With all the same powers of the previous variant?
We'll see. Depends on how the story goes. But that is it. Let's do some outros and then skedaddle, as the kids say.
Time to descaddle, everybody.
Uh, let's go reverse order. Let's Arkai.
Hey again, back from the dead. Just wanted to let you guys know if you guys are still interested in doing anything in regards to miniatures or commission work or anything like that, you feel free to come let me know. And you can find me on both X and on Instagram under the names Frigid Fae Brushworks. And just let me know when you want something done.
Alrighty. Our resident cryptid.
Hi, I'm Cryptid. Don't find me, I'll find you.
All right.
I like that.
Dice.
Hi, I am Dice Goblin Black Cat, and I have issues with my microphone apparently. But you can find me here on Thursdays and in a upcoming one shot, also on the Starfield. I think in a couple weeks it'll be premiering. Other than that, you can also find me on all the different platforms as Dice Goblin Black Cat, and you can find the dice that I make on fateandfortunedice.com.
Nice. And Zoup.
Hey, I'm Zoup or Supriya. You can look me up as Zoup Machine anywhere you want to. You can check out my card, zoupmachine.carrd.co. And I like playing games.
Alrighty.
Okay, late for
and-
dinner.
What?
Okay, late for dinner.
Yeah, you can call me anything, including late for dinner. I I am Rev. I have been your game master, your editor in chief, the one above all. Hello, what have you? You can find me on TikTok, Blue Sky, and Tumblr as either shortbeard.revelry or shortbeard revelry, depending on what the place allows. You can also find me here on Thursdays running GenMeta on the Starfield live on Twitch, or a couple days later post to YouTube. And you can also find me on the Starfield later as part of the Vampire the Masquerade one shot Under the Skin, where I am playing a very grumpy Nosferatu. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait for you all to watch it. But until next week, I think same bat time, same bat channel. Remember to be kind, stay awesome, and that Hank Green doesn't work at Target. Bye.